Yo, what's going on out there? It's Larry coming to you again, and right now what we're going to discuss right now is what happened last night. LeBron James, D-Wade, Chris Bosh, and the boys known as the Big Three down on South Beach have gotten it done in their second year together as a unit. The Miami Heat are the 2012 NBA champions in what has been a tumultuous NBA season to say the least. Now let's go with this right now. Congratulations to the Heat. The Heat organization. Eric Spoelstra is able to keep his job now. We don't have to worry about D-Wade getting traded anytime soon. Chris Bosh can actually cry with tears of joy right now, even though he kind of overdid it with the champagne celebration. If you didn't see it, I'm pretty sure you can find it somewhere on YouTube. Somebody's probably making a remix video out of it to make it look pretty funny right now. But let's talk about what went right for the Heat, because a lot of people will look at me and say, oh, you're a Thunder fan. Let's get this straight. I'm a Kevin Durant fan. I've been a Kevin Durant fan since the man came out of Texas. Oh, since he played at Texas, I should say. So, of course, I'm going to naturally root for him and his team. I'm not a Thunder fan. I'm a natural Miami Heat hater because I live in Orlando. It's a division rival. How can you cheer on a team that is in your division that you're not supposed to like? It's just how it is. Now, we got a lot of people that come from Miami, live in Orlando, and all that other stuff. A lot of Haitians, what have you. A lot of Latinos, all those other guys, they migrate here, and they're still Heat fans. But I'm not a Heat hater, but I cannot cheer on a division rival. LeBron, on the other hand, I don't like him. But I don't like him as a person. As a basketball player, I think he's overrated. But as a person, his sportsmanship and all that other stuff, ever since he refused to shake our hands after we knocked him out of the playoffs when he played with Cleveland, it just kind of like, you know what, forget you, man. You're just a sore loser. But anyway, let's talk about what went right for the Heat. Shane Battier, Mario Chalmers, Mike Miller. 3 different guys that stepped up at 3 different times and helped these guys will their way to a championship. Now, of course, we know LeBron James won Finals MVP. We all know what D-Wade does. But without those 3 guys, especially in critical games, Game 2, Shane Battier, he continued his hot shooting. And then you had Game 4 where Mario Chalmers just showed up out of nowhere to become an instant hit with the fans of Miami. And then Mike Miller had the game of all games, bad back, bad knees, just came out of there and had him a Reggie Miller night, knocking down 3 after 3 after 3, 7 to 8 for 3 is pretty ridiculous. But now let's go to another factor, if you will, which is Chris Bosh's length. Now, we know that the Thunder had to deal with Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum, and what had happened in that series, if you will, when they played those guys, Gasol and Bynum, they were not the same guys that we've seen them before. So when Chris Bosh gets inserted into that lineup, you have active length that's bothering you. Pau Gasol is a shell of himself. Andrew Bynum, we don't know where he is mentally or what have you. But Chris Bosh played active and effective. So Chris Bosh was another catalyst for that team to get the job done. When you look at what went wrong for the Thunder, James Harden didn't show up until the final game. I think he had another game where he had 19 to 20 points, but he had a horrible shooting night. Last night's game, Russell Westbrook 4 for 20 from the field. I mean, come on, man. When you take that many shots and produce so little results, we know you had a hot hand last year. We know that you're a scorer, but sometimes you got to know when to get the ball up, and he just didn't do it last night. I'm not beefing with the man. I said in my personal opinion that Russell Westbrook is a key catalyst to that team. Kevin Durant, games 3, 4, he disappeared. We don't know where he went. But all in all, it's a learning experience for the Thunder. They'll be back. They'll be better than ever. They got experience under their belt now. Now when we see the 1 year turnaround like we did with the Heat with this Thunder team, I mean, there's a lot of speculation of what's going to go on with that team in the off season. A lot of people are saying this needs to be done and that needs to be done. We don't know who's going to be back. I think James Harden has an option or something like that. I'm not really sure. But on to the big thing about this whole situation right now. LeBron James finally got his ring. LeBron James was the Finals MVP. LeBron James learned how to hit free throws. LeBron James learned how to be who he is, which is attacking the basket. This final series was the best series of any basketball in LeBron James' career that he has played, because he played to his strengths. You didn't see him shooting jump shots. You didn't see him settling for shots. He was in attack mode the whole series. Sefolosha played great defense out on him on the perimeter. So what did LeBron do? He adjusted and played to his strengths, which is his body and his physical prowess. Posted up Sefolosha and got the job done inside. If LeBron James played like that, I would never call the man overrated. But when you're out there and you're taking jump shots, inconsistent jump shots, wildly contested jump shots, the vision was beautifully displayed for this man in this final series. And the thing is, if LeBron played like that his whole career, he'd be unstoppable. He has shown that he has a post game. Let's see if he carries that into next season. I don't know if he will or won't, but we got to see where he goes from here, because in my personal opinion, he got one. To me, that's not enough, especially when you clamored at your celebration ceremony about you coming to Miami. Then you said not 2, not 3, not 4. One, to me, isn't enough for a man of his talent, of his caliber, and we seen what they can do with those scrubs on the bench. When I say scrubs, I'm talking about the James Jones, the Juwan Howards. Even though Juwan Howard has been in the league for about 87 years, and he finally got his ring, the Eddie Currys of the team. Those guys, when you got those guys on your bench, the Dexter Pittmans, the guys that you don't really hear about, it's like your boy Turioff. I'm glad Turioff got a ring. In my opinion, Ronnie Turioff is one of the best guys in the NBA. I'm so happy that this man got a ring. Him, along with Juwan Howard, Shane Battier, Mike Miller, I'm glad those guys have gotten their rings. Chris Bosh, as much as we like to clown Chris Bosh and talk about him and all that other stuff, I'm glad that he got his ring as well. But I don't want to spend too much time talking about the future plans yet. I'm going to wait till after the draft to discuss things like that. But Miami Heat are world champions. We got to see where they go from here. If LeBron can take his game, if LeBron can play like he did these finals throughout the rest of his career, I think the man can honestly win 3 more rings. Given the talent swing that's going on in the West and how the East is slowly diminishing. Boston won't be around next year. We don't know how Derrick Rose is going to react after tearing his ACL. Orlando is getting weaker. We don't know what's going on in Atlanta. The only team on the uprise right now seems to be the Indiana Pacers. There's a lot of things to look at with this upcoming season. So if this Miami Heat team stays together, there's no reason they shouldn't win 3 or 4 more rings together as a unit. We'll see where this goes. Congratulations to the Miami Heat. LeBron James, he finally got one. You got to get more, though. In order for me to consider you, especially with a player of your talent, of your caliber, I'm not hating on the man. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. Y'all can call it hate or whatever. But there's no reason for this man not to end up in his career with at least 5 rings, in my opinion. This is Larry Jenkins. We've seen him do it with scrubs. See if the Miami Heat can add to their talent roster to make them a little bit better. Larry Jenkins, Blazer Sports Support. I'll holler at y'all. Peace.